Welcome to the Shineworthy Tea Podcast. I'm Bobby Cordell, and I'm here with Sue Ann Cordell. And what teas are we enjoying today?
Well, today we are going to have cinnamon roll, which is in your cup over here, and blueberry delight in mine. And the reason that we're having that is last week on our podcast, I talked about comfort food, and I asked you what your comfort food was, and you said?
Muffins. Definitely.
Muffins.
I love muffins.
So I thought, what do we have that would be really good for comfort food of muffins? I thought cinnamon rolls.
Definitely, yes.
And blueberry muffins.
Awesome.
So I thought blueberry delight and cinnamon roll would be really good for that.
So I'm drinking cinnamon roll, and that's a black tea, right?
Yes, black tea. And for both of these, you would use boiling hot water, steep it for 4 to 5 minutes, according to whatever your taste is on that.
Awesome. And I noticed we have really fun infusers that we're using right now.
Aren't they fun?
Yes. With my tea, I have the Hippo Tea Infuser, which is basically a hippopotamus. It's got an infuser basket at the bottom here. For those of you that can see, it's a really nice one that attaches to the bottom. And then the bottom half of the hippopotamus is where you set it after you steep the tea. So it holds any liquid that could be coming out still. So that's very nice.
That's right. So I have the rubber ducky in mine. And for both of these, you would take just your regular perfect teaspoon and fill the little strainer with enough tea to make it for that cup. So this one has 1 perfect teaspoon in it.
Awesome.
But look at that. Isn't that adorable?
It is
I'm going to put it
adorable.
back in for just 1 more minute just because I want to see how cute that is. But Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make tea time lots of fun.
And it looks awesome floating around in it. And that's great for adults, for, if you have a child.
Yeah.
Or, I like to use fun infusers like that myself. So
Exactly.
it's definitely a conversation starter. It's an awesome way to steep your tea and
It is.
have fun with it. So
Well, the other one, the Hippo, the reason that I brought that one is we are in July, the last week of July. And this past weekend, I went shopping in some very unique stores, and each of them were celebrating Christmas in July.
Oh, that's right.
And so I thought, well, Christmas in July. You remember the song? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good one. And it's a really awesome gift for any time of the year or just to have yourself and enjoy your tea.
That's right. Yeah. So it's
I
a lot
love
of
it.
fun. Well, I think they're ready now for us to take them out.
All right.
So you're just going to shake it off a little bit.
And this sets right down in there.
Drop
That's
it
perfect.
right there. Isn't that cute?
It keeps it from making a mess. I can pick it up. It doesn't spill.
That's
anything.
right.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And it also looks good sitting on a desk or on your
And
countertop.
it brings a smile to your face.
It
for
definitely
sure.
does. It definitely does.
That's
So
great.
is this ready to try? You think?
Yeah. It'll be a little hot. So
All right.
we have to remember our little trick on that. Slurp
Slurp.
so you don't burn your tongue.
That's right.
Let it rest on your tongue. When you swallow, don't open your mouth. Breathe back out and you get a nice flavor.
Oh, that's very nice.
Is it good?
Yes. It does taste like a cinnamon roll. Like I just took a bite out of a freshly baked cinnamon roll
Yes.
on my end. So
Yes, that's awesome. Well, this is always delicious. It's one of our most popular herbal teas. There is no tea in this.
right.
And so a lot of people call it herbal tea, but the proper name for it is Tasane,
Right.
which means not really tea.
And we call them herbal blends on our site.
Exactly.
Because it's a blend of herbs without the
Exactly.
tea plant in it, which
Right.
makes most of them caffeine free, which this
Yep.
one is. And it's also delicious.
It is, and very
Awesome.
healthy for you.
Yeah.
It has hibiscus, elderberry, blueberry,
Yeah.
all kinds of really healthy things in
Very
it.
good. Yeah. And I actually steep that one and I blend it with our yerba mate, the energy mate.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes a very awesome flavor with the mint and the
That's
blueberry.
right.
So-
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also enjoy it by itself as well.
Right. And then the cinnamon roll
Yeah.
is a black tea with
So good.
cinnamon in it.
And
Yeah.
it's sweet on its own. There's no sweetener in
That's
this, and it still tastes like I'm just taking a bite out of a cinnamon roll fresh
Yeah.
out of the oven. So
No calories.
it's a way to get that sensation without
That's
spending,
right. Yeah,
spending your
absolutely.
calories on it.
Yes.
So,
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, these are so fun. The other thing
Yeah.
that I thought we might want to do today is, so many people are getting their children ready to go back to school. And the teachers are super busy right now trying to get their classrooms ready. And I thought, we're doing these cute tea infusers today. School is about to start again. Let's just honor the teachers today.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, who are some of the teachers in your life that have influenced you?
Well, I went to a lot of different schools, but I can name a few from each that really stood out to me. I remember my kindergarten's teacher's name was Miss Howe in Elberton, Georgia, and she was awesome. I was friends with her son. I would hang out at her house a lot too, and but she always treated me really well in class. And then from there, I had a teacher named Miss Fleischer.
Oh yeah,
remember her? She was awesome. Always worked with me really well.
Right.
The funny story with her, I believe, is the one where I took a math test, and I had been listening to my older sister do times tables, and so it was like, what is 5 plus 0? And I put 0 for all the answers because I was listening to her do times tables. So she thought that was pretty funny and brought that to me. And then, from there we moved around a little bit. I ended up at Esau Harding. There I had Joey Spann. He was one of my favorite teachers.
Oh, yeah.
He taught Bible class there, and I loved it. He made it so much fun. And he always, was just there for me if I needed to talk about anything. He was just a great guy to have around. With different places. My senior year, I'll skip ahead of that because I had 2 teachers there that I really loved. One's name was Mr. Kidd. He taught me chemistry. And in that chemistry class, we did experiments. It was like one of the coolest classes ever because I've always had science classes where we didn't ever do the things we talked about.
Yeah.
But he brought it all to life and related it to our personal life and things like that. And then I'll do one more.
Okay.
I know I've been talking a lot, but
no, that's great.
Miss Teasley, she was my English teacher my senior year. And I remember she did the full Beowulf poem in the Gaelic. She recite it that way.
Yeah.
And really got me into reading novels and poetry and things like that, which, again, was a big influence on my life. Helped with songwriting and things that I do now.
That's right.
It's great. And I appreciate that there's more that I could bring up, but those are some that just stood out when you asked me. So
no, I love that. And I also had some teachers that really stood out in my life, too. Again, my kindergarten teacher was one of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
Her name was Miss Hawk. And she just, you could tell when you walked into her classroom, she loved having you there.
And that's a big time because you're transitioning, and they can help you feel comfortable.
Exactly.
If you have a good one.
Yeah.
So
in high school, the one that comes to mind right away for me is Mr. Corson. And he taught me science and was just a really great teacher for me.
Yeah.
But this past Sunday at our church, we honored the teachers. And at the end of the service, one of the teachers came over to me and we just started talking. And I was just telling her how much I appreciate what she does. And I was so blown away with her story. She said, Sue Ann, I'm 79 years old.
Wow.
And I am teaching. This will be my 59th year of teaching.
That's crazy.
And she said, my family keeps saying, how much longer are you going to do this? And she said, I don't know what else I would do with my life. I love this so much. And I was telling somebody else about it, and they said, well, is she just filling in different places? And I said, no. She already has her classroom set up, and she's going in now and helping other teachers set their classrooms up.
That's awesome.
So, the teachers really do put a lot into this for the kids.
Well, and she's been seeing lots of different changes in generations and had to adjust a lot, too.
Exactly.
I imagine to make it a great experience.
So just this week, as you drive by schools, think about those teachers. If you have children in school, make sure that you appreciate the teachers that they have because it is such a hard job.
And, they could definitely use some tea time.
There you go.
We've got things like this could be awesome for their desks, like the Hippo Infuser and the Duck Infuser. And, it's just something as a token to show that you appreciate what they do.
That's right. And teacher starts with TEA.
That's right. That's right. But I'm sure they could use a tea break throughout their day as they're dealing with children.
Absolutely. Well, I have this book that I ran across this morning as I was thinking about what we were going to talk about. And I'd like to share this today, if that's okay with you.
Sounds great.
It's a book that was written by a man by the name of Kobe Yamada. And he is a New York Times best-selling author. And the name of the book is simply Because I Had a Teacher.
Awesome.
He starts off with, we all remember our favorite teacher. Where would we be without them? those special people who inspire us, support us, and encourage us. Whether they're an educator, a coach, or a mentor, we should be celebrating each and every one of them because they have definitely made a difference in our lives. And he just simply says, because I had a teacher, I love to learn. I discovered that I can do much more than I thought I could. I realized it's okay when some things are harder than others. I found that challenges can be fun. Because I had a teacher, I discovered that there are lots of ways of being smart. I realized that some of the hardest things for me to do make me feel the proudest. Because I had a teacher, I know how good it feels when someone is happy to see me. I know that I can always ask for help. I feel like I have a friend on my side. I see that some of the most important things are said without words. Because I had a teacher, I have whole new worlds to explore. I discovered that what I can imagine, I can make real. That goes along with your songwriting,
That's
right?
Yes, definitely.
And now I feel like I can do anything. Because I had you, I learned to believe in me.
Awesome.
Thank you. Isn't that great?
That is great.
And I am so grateful for the teachers.
That made me think of another one I had in college that I should probably mention. He was my advisor when I was in school, and his name was Dr. Conroy. And he was, one thing that he did for me was help me be able to see both sides of things. I was a political science major. You know, there's a lot there, you know, with people on two sides of I mean, it's really, you know, two sides here in America.
Yeah.
But he allowed me to be able to see both sides. And it's the reason why I'm able to relate with most people, regardless of their, you know, belief system or whatever it may be. I'm able to hear them and then also share how I feel in a peaceful way. And
seek to understand.
He brought that on more than anybody I'd ever had as a teacher. So.
That's great.
Even as an adult, you know, in college. So you know, you should always be willing to learn and
absolutely
have mentors and teachers. I mean, it's a very important thing. So
it is. Well, I think this has been great today.
Me too.
I really appreciate the men and women that have dedicated their lives to teaching our children, because the children that are coming through the classrooms are the future for all of us. And we really do appreciate them. So today.
And we also enjoy educating people about tea.
Absolutely.
So that's something that you know, we hope we can be a teacher in that way as well. So
yes. So today we celebrate those who have dedicated themselves to teaching.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Shineworthy Tea Podcast. Delicious.